guys, let's start cooking. So we're gonna be doing a different way, a different technique of cooking adobo. Okay, so this is 2.289 kilos of pork, guys. So I'm just putting in. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna boil it in a brine. So we'll put all our ingredients first. So onion, this is just one big onion, guys. So this technique is you will cook it twice. So you don't need to marinate it, you just need to cook it twice. And then which is first is we're kind of like brine, isn't it? So but it's not. So we're gonna cook it, boil it in its put the rest later on once we saute it. Okay, so we put 2.289 kilos of pork, one big onion, bay leaves, peppercorn, and black pepper and black ground pepper. And then because it's 2 kilos, if it's just 1 kilo, you will only be using 1 teaspoon of brown sugar. But this is just optional, guys. Okay, if you don't want to use don't want to have it sweet, then you don't need to put brown sugar. So this I put two teaspoon of brown sugar because it's more than 2 kilos. Okay, so this just to add flavor. We can still adjust it later on if we don't want that sweet. I don't think it will affect too much because it's 2 kilos. It's gonna be So we do have our 1/3 cup of soy sauce. Okay, because it's 2 kilo, we're gonna double that size. Okay, so I'm gonna put another one. So just bear with me. We're just gonna pour another 1/3. We'll just adjust later on if there's any, if it's too much or anything. But yeah, if it's 1 kilo, you can use 1/3. But if it's 2 kilo like this one, it's almost 3 kilos. So gotta double the size of our ingredients, guys. Okay, so this is 1 cup of vinegar. So I normally use brand Silver Swan for soy sauce and vinegar. You can use any dark soy sauce. So for this one, it's got, as you can see, it's got a little bit of onions in there because this one is I bought it from my friend, so it's got already some fermenting seasoning in it. So I thought that would be better. So I'm just gonna add another one. So this is the one that I've used. Okay, it's also Silver Swan vinegar, but I bought it from my friend. She pickled it, she put some chilies on it, so it's got seasoning on it already, so it makes it delicious. I've cooked chicken adobo last Christmas and brought it to our Christmas party with my friend, to one of my group of friends, and they love it. So now that's why I'm using this as well, because now I confirm that it tastes delicious if you use one that's already been seasoned. Yeah. Right, so 2 cups of 1/3 soy sauce, 1/2 cup of vinegar, and then now we have 1 cup of water. Okay, might need to double that as well. Okay, so the reason why is because we are going to try and soften the meat. Okay, so we're just gonna have this cooked. So we're now going to turn on our stove, have it cook for long. First we're gonna have it on high heat, boil it in a high heat, and then once it's fully boiled later on, we're gonna put the lid and cook it on low. Okay, cooking time for this one is about 1 hour to 1:15. Okay, 1 hour and 15 minutes. So yeah, but we'll see how we go, because if the meat are soft anyway, then it will be easier for us to cook it. So yeah, so what you need to do, so boil it into high heat, and then once it's already boiled for a couple of minutes, then put the lid on. So what we need to do is to wait for it for the meat to get tender, and also for the sauce to simmer and to reduce up to half size. Okay. All right. Let's do that. Let's wait for that to boil, and then later on we're gonna cover it. And then as we go along later on, we'll taste it so that we can adjust the flavor. Okay. Okay. So it's boiling now, guys. We're gonna mix it for a bit. So you can see it's got some fat in it. So usually it comes from the fat of the pork. It could also be from the sugar or the vinegar, but mostly it's from the fat. Okay. So just gonna give a little bit of a stir, just so it would soak the other ingredients as well and the other meat, and it will be cooked evenly. Okay. So when you're cooking adobo, make sure you wait for it to boil before you mix it, because sometimes this is a fact, like sometimes when you cook adobo and you mix it straight away when it hasn't even boiled, the vinegar, that means the vinegar is not yet cooked, and it will make the food to cause to have a tummy ache. Okay, so you make sure you mix it when it already boiled. That way the vinegar has at least cooked already, because yeah, if you put them all together and it's still cooking and you mix it straight away, yeah, the vinegar is not yet cooked and it will gonna give a tummy ache once you eat it. It's based on experience. It's a fact, guys. Okay, right, so we'll wait for it to boil more. So we can also remove that fat on the side. Leave it to boil more, and then we'll put the lid on. Okay, cover it with the lid and put it on low fire. Okay, or low heat. We'll have it to simmer for a couple more minutes, and then we're gonna put the lid on. Okay. Continue to remove those fat, guys. Alright, so I've already removed it earlier. So yeah, it's boiling good now. It's been, I think, 10 to 15 minutes boiling now, I think, or 10 minutes. Boiling already. So as you can see, the sauce is reducing slowly now. We're still gonna keep it boiling for about 10 to 15 minutes more, okay? Okay, now we can put the lid on now, guys, and then we can put the lid on low, okay? Right, so just wait for it to cook. Just leave it to cook until it make the meat tender and it reduces the sauce up to its half size. Alright? Okay, so it's done. Alright guys, we're gonna have a look. We're now going to be moving the lid for a bit so that it will reduce the sauce, okay? Let's have a look first, because if the meat is still tough, then we're going to put in the lid more, okay? because that will cook the meat quicker. So hang on. We'll see if the meat already still a bit tough, guys. So we wanted it to be tender. Yeah, it's soft, but we wanted it keeps more softer. So the fat is okay, but the meat we can make it keeps more tender. Okay. Yeah, I want it more tender. Right. Okay, so we're just gonna put the lid on again, and we'll boil it then for another 10 minutes. And yeah, it's almost halfway anyway, so we'll boil it another 10 minutes. Once it's already halfway, okay, we'll remove the lid and have it simmer for a couple of minutes, and then we'll transfer and separate the sauce. Okay? Alright, so let's do that. Alright, so guys, let's have a look. Okay, good. So introduce the sauce now. Keeps more. Okay. You see the sauce is reduced now. We're gonna check the meat. Okay. Yeah, the meat are soft now. We're gonna cook it again anyway once we saute it. So I think it's pretty soft now. Oh yeah, it's soft. Delicious. I'm excited. Yes, it is soft now, guys. Maybe I should try one of them just to be sure. See? That is very soft now, guys. So tender. Okay, we are now going to separate. So we'll just turn off the stove for a bit. We're now gonna separate the sauce or the meat from the sauce. Okay. So basically separate, there you go, the meat from the sauce. Okay, so this should be ready now. So look at this beautiful juice or sauce from the adobo. We're gonna use this again later on, okay, after we saute. So we'll just set this aside for now. Sauce this. So now we have our skillet, okay? So we're gonna be putting oil, of course. We're gonna be putting olive oil. You know I love olive oil. So yeah. Oh, I forgot to put this on the ingredients earlier, but I'm gonna put all the ingredients down below anyway, guys. So yeah. We're gonna wait for our oil to heat up. First we're gonna, so as you can see, guys, I did make another batch of my garlic. Okay, it's just me, I love flavors, so I'm very generous when it comes to ingredients, but I'm gonna put the information down on the description down below. So yeah, okay. So the reason why I had to make two batches, one is to I'll be cooking it until it becomes golden brown, because I'm going to be using it as a topping later on once we finish our dish, and then the other one I will use it to saute the meat. Alright? Okay, so yep. Okay, so we'll put this in first. So we're going to try and chilies first, so we can put it as a top up. So you guys can cut it into tiny or mince it, okay? You guys can mince the garlic, but for me I mashed it or crushed it because then the flavor will come out. But yeah, so you can do either, okay? I'll just do it this way, my way, because I love garlic and I love the flavor. I might even put the garlic powder later on. So the difference, there's actually a difference between fresh and powder. So they both have this exotic flavor and smell. It's beautiful. But yeah, I've learned to incorporate garlic powder. I love it because it gives a different flavor. Honestly, like remember when I cooked the pork Bicol Express, yeah, and then I ran out of I didn't have enough chili, and I used the chili powder and the chili flakes instead, and the dried chicken chili flakes, the dried chili, sorry. And yeah, it actually gives a different level of flavor. It is beautiful. So yeah, I'd like to incorporate and use both variety because then you would be able to come up with a beautiful flavor. Alright, so slowly I'm gonna put the okay, so this is just slowly getting brown now. I actually should have cut it into pieces because then I was able to separate. With our sauteing the meat, okay? So we're gonna put the other half of the garlic. Half of the garlic. I would like to put all the other ingredients, leftover ingredients, okay? Which is the peppercorn and the 2 type of pepper. You can put now the chili as well. It's gonna be super hot. Oh no, I hope they would like it, but I love hot food. So yeah, this is a dried chili peppers, guys. It's very hot. So yeah, put that in okay, put a little bit higher the heat. Once the garlic becomes a little bit brown, then I'm going to be putting the meat, okay? Putting the meat back. And then we will season them all. Alright, so I think it's now time for us to put the meat. Yay! Okay, putting the meat back now, guys. Ooh, yummy. Obviously, we can put up all the ingredients with it as well. Okay. Look, it's raining. Ooh. This is stuffing. So put it on a proper heat. It's looking good, guys. Smelling good. Smell the garlic. So this is a totally different technique, guys, but it's beautiful. It's gonna come out beautiful and delicious, guys. So yeah, because the original way of cooking it is similar to what I've done in the chicken. It's just like one pot cooking, okay, where you put all the ingredients, you have it boiled and simmer until the sauce will gonna go half, and then boil and simmer it again until it comes to the right consistency, and then just add a little bit of more ingredients to taste, you know. Yeah, and that's it. So that's the original one pot easy cooking of adobo, pork and chicken. But this way, this is a different technique, guys, that I'm sharing to you guys. So hopefully so hopefully you find benefits in watching this video, guys. Okay, so like I said earlier, because I only put 1 teaspoon sugar, so it didn't taste much, because this is more than 2 kilos. But that's what I wanted anyway, guys. So I didn't want it sweet. So and also that was just optional, okay? The brown sugar, guys. Alright, so we'll just wait for this to get cooked and fully stir fried and once it's become, you know, brown and fully mixed, then we're gonna add back the sauce, okay? I can put back all the, you know, add the pepper. I love pepper, guys. Brown pepper, cracked pepper, and blue pepper. I love it. And the garlic powder. I just love all of them. When you mix them, it will just come out with beautiful flavor. It's delicious. It's crackling, guys. It's bristling because of the, is it bristling? You know, because of the fat. So guys, for some reason, my camera turned off. It might have run out of space, but it didn't capture the part where I already, you know, put in the sauce. But I did. So after I have it sauteed for a couple minutes and cooked, I transferred the sauce, you know, the adobo sauce that we used for boiling it earlier, and then together. Okay, so now we'll just leave it cooking and waiting for the meat to get softer heaps more, and for the sauce to soak to the meat, and also for the sauce to simmer and to go heaps half. Okay, and to come up to the consistency that we like. So once we achieve that consistency and the level of the sauce that we wanted, then we're gonna go taste it and then do our final, you know, final tasting and the ingredients. And yeah, but we'll see. If we probably don't need to add more, but yeah. Okay, we'll just wait for the sauce to reduce and the meat to fully cook. Cool. All right. Alright guys, we're gonna have a look now. Okay, right, you can see it's getting, the consistency is getting creamier now, guys. It's becoming like adobo now, okay? So yeah, this is what we wanted, okay? So just a little bit more, and we will be able to reduce the sauce more, and then that's it. It should be cooked. It should be ready. So yeah, still good. I like saucy, but I like it more reduced as well. So, alright, so I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna try the sauce, okay? When you're cooking, it's important that you try to taste, okay? That you taste, because how are you gonna serve it to others if you don't even know the taste, right? Look at that, guys, the creamy. See, it's like gravy now. It's like sauce. That's what we wanted. Yum. You can taste, oh, it's beautiful, guys. Vinegary, soy sauce, oil, pepper, garlic. It's all there. Chilies. Beautiful. This is gonna be beautiful and amazing with rice, okay? So, I'm gonna put this on low now because we don't want it to run out of sauce. But yeah, basically, if you want this consistency now, you know, it's perfect. It's ready. But we wanted it a little bit more. Okay? Reduce a little bit. Okay, so we wanted it a little bit more to reduce more, because although I love sauce because it's beautiful with rice, I also wanted it to a little bit more oily, because when it's oily, that's when you would know that it's fully cooked. Because if it's more saucy, you can still taste the vinegar is not that fully cooked. So alright guys, ooh, so you can see the oil has come out now, guys, from the meat. The sauce is sticky now. Ooh. So yeah, that's it. See, like I told you, you would know once it's already cooked. You would know the consistency. See, the oil has come out now. It's yum. So it smells adobo. So we just now add let me try to taste it. So see, the meat are like so tender, it's gonna be melting in your mouth. And now we're gonna try and taste it, guys. So the sauce first. We'll put some on this side. Guys, the sauce to die for. It's beautiful. That's what you wanted, guys. This is I'm gonna put a little bit of fat in there and a little bit of dry, okay, and a little bit of sauce. The sauce is to die for, guys. I've already turned off the heat, guys, okay. Alright, we'll put a little bit of this dried garlic. Guys, this is perfect. Try this different technique that I showed you today. It is beautiful, guys. You would love it. You would not regret it, okay? It is amazing. Yummy. And the sauce is to die for. It's good. Alright, so now to serve it, you're gonna just sprinkle this on top. And yeah, that's it. That's our beautiful adobo, our famous adobo. This is pork adobo, guys, okay? That's it. That's our famous pork adobo. Beautiful, guys. Beautiful. I'm so excited, guys. Please do try this at home. This is completely different technique of cooking adobo. It is so delicious, guys. Beautiful, very inexpensive, very cheap, very affordable, and good for the whole family, any daily or any type of occasions. And yeah, I'm excited for you guys to try this recipe and technique at home. Please do try this recipe at home. It's beautiful. I'm pretty sure you and your family are gonna love it. It's delicious, guys, and perfect for rice. That is the combo, guys. Eat it with rice, and yeah, you're all set. It's beautiful, delicious. Alright, guys, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this cooking session that we had for today, and I hope you stayed and watched until the end. Okay, thank you so much, and yes, I'm gonna go eat now. Bye.